Once upon a time on a sunny, peaceful farm, there lived a group of cheerful chickens. They spent their days scratching the ground for seeds, playing in the warm sunlight, and clucking happily with one another. Among them were three best friends, Clucky, Pecky, and Fluffy. They loved exploring the farm together and had endless fun. But beyond the fence of the farm, in a dark and shady forest, lived a cunning fox named Redtail. Redtail was always hungry and had his eyes on the plump, juicy chickens. He would sneak around the edges of the farm, trying to find a way to catch one. One day, while the chickens were playing near the edge of the farm, Redtail saw his chance. He quietly approached and whispered, "Hello, little chickens. Don't you want to see the wonderful forest beyond your farm? There are many tasty worms and insects to find." Clucky, Pecky, and Fluffy were curious, but they had always been warned by Farmer Brown to stay away from the forest. They looked at each other, unsure of what to do. Fluffy, who was the wisest of the three, said, "It sounds exciting, but Farmer Brown told us the forest can be dangerous. We should stay here where it's safe." Redtail, with a sly smile, replied, "Oh, but I'm your friend. I can protect you from any danger. You'll have so much fun exploring new places." Pecky, who was the most adventurous, started to think it might be fun to go on a little adventure. But Clucky, who was always cautious, said, "I don't know, Fluffy is right. We shouldn't trust a stranger, especially one from the forest." Just as Pecky was about to agree to the adventure, they heard a loud bark from the farmhouse. It was Rusty, the farm dog. He had been watching the fox and knew that Redtail was up to no good. Rusty ran towards the chickens, barking fiercely. Redtail, realizing he had been caught, quickly turned and fled back into the forest. The chickens were safe. Clucky, Pecky, and Fluffy thanked Rusty for saving them. "We're so glad you were here, Rusty," Clucky said. "We almost went into the forest with that sneaky fox." Rusty wagged his tail and said, "Remember, not everyone who seems friendly has good intentions. Always listen to the warnings of those who care about you." From that day on, the chickens were more careful and never strayed too close to the forest. They continued to enjoy their days on the farm, playing safely and happily, knowing that they had good friends like Rusty looking out for them. And as for Redtail, he learned that it wasn't so easy to outsmart the clever chickens and their loyal protector. So, he stayed deep in the forest, far away from the farm, or he couldn't cause any more trouble. And they all lived happily ever after. The end.